So today we are going to be looking at the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship at McGill University. Now this scholarship is going to be covering almost everything you need to study abroad. Now McGill University is in Canada. So if you're interested in studying in Canada and you need a scholarship, please make sure you watch this space and like this video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you guys. So this scholarship is going to be providing you with a pre-arrival and immigration support. You're going to be getting your full tuition fee paid. You're going to be getting on-campus housing during the duration of your degree. You're going to be getting a monthly stipend, and you're going to be getting academic tools and support. Also, you do not need an application fee to apply for this. Now, this McGill University, the Mastercard Foundation, offers 35 scholarships per year, and this scholarship is open for those that want to begin their studies in 2027. Now, I'm bringing this scholarship to you earlier on. I usually bring out a video every Saturday, but I'm bringing this earlier on because of the deadline. Now, for this scholarship, unlike some other scholarship where you can apply directly, the application link for this scholarship is not public. So to get the application link, you need to register and attend one of their virtual information session. After you have attended a virtual information session, the link will now be sent to you via your email. So it's very, very important that as you are seeing this video, if you are interested in the scholarship, you quickly go to the link, check the link in my description box, and apply for the information session before it's reached the maximum capacity. Now, the eligibility criteria. To be eligible for this scholarship, you must be admissible to one of the eligible programs. I'm going to be showing you the eligible programs that you can apply for, so you can go and check if you meet the eligibility requirements, and then you cannot apply for the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship. Now, if you have never registered for nor completed a master's degree, if you are a citizen of and live in an African country, I'm going to also be showing you the eligible African countries. You should have a valid passport and be admissible to Canada as an international student, meaning you should require a study visa, right? Now, have an exceptional record of service, leadership, and activity in your school or community. Demonstrate a desire to give back to your home community. Demonstrate that financial constraints have prevented you or restricted you from furthering your educational opportunities. Now, you should be 35 years or younger at the time of application, and priority will be given to women, people affected by forced displacement, that's like asylum seekers, refugees, returnees, people living with disability. Now, applicants with first class honors or equivalent have a stronger chance of admission to McGill. They're not saying that if you don't have a first class, you should not apply, because there are other things they will use to check. But if you have a first class honors, you have a stronger chance of being admitted to McGill. Now, for the eligible programs, regardless of country or background, you should just hold a degree that's equivalent or recognized by McGill University. I'm going to be showing you how to check to see if your bachelor's degree meets the equivalency requirements at McGill University. Now, these are the programs that are eligible for the scholarship. We have non-thesis program and thesis program. Now, if you're applying for a thesis program, which is largely research, you first apply to McGill Mastercard Foundation Scholarship. Don't go on your own and reach out to any supervisor or email any professor. Just apply for the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship. Then you'll be granted a fee waiver if you are selected, and then they will now tell you how to go ahead and secure a supervisor. Now, for the non-thesis program, we have the animal science, bioresource, and the rest. Then for thesis program, we have these two, animal science and also bioresource engineering. Now, the eligible countries for this program and all African countries, you see Nigeria there, you see Ghana, South Africa, Rwanda, Zambia, Zimbabwe. So we have a lot of countries that are there. So once we are done with this, we'll be moving forward to the information session. So for the information session, this is what I told you about, that you have to attend one of these virtual information sessions ahead of the application cycle. That is when they will now be sending the link. When the time for application for Mastercard scholarship comes out, they will now be sending the link to you. Now, for the virtual session, depending on your region, some regions like the one for the North Africa and West Africa, the virtual session has passed, but you still have the opportunity to attend the one for all regions. That is the last and the final virtual session. The virtual session for all regions is going to be taking place July 15th, 2026, and that's why I'm bringing this a bit earlier and I'm not bringing it on Saturday. Now, they said the registration will be available a week before the session, and immediately I seen this video, go and register. You can see that there are some sessions like the one for East Africa, South Africa. The sessions have already reached the maximum capacity. Do you understand? Now for those that are in Central Africa, you can still register. You still have opportunity to attend one July 7th, July 9th. But all other Africans, if you have missed the other virtual session, you can register for the all regions own and make sure you attend. Now, if there's any technological barrier that will be preventing you from attending the info session, they say fill out the form to let them know so they'll know how to go about it. Now, what is the selection process? Let's click on it. You'll be selected based on the following criteria: academic merits that qualifies you for admission to McGill University, a track record that shows that you're a transformative leader and you're a person of service within your community, your quality application. So your application should be in line with the Mastercard Foundation ethos and value. We're going to be checking that out. Then potential impact on the development of the applicant's home country. An applicant that have faced significant barrier to education like social, financial, personal, practical, or health related. Now this is the timeline for the scholarship application, and they said you should note that the application timeline is subject to change depending on the volume of application received. So the last day for the virtual information session, I already told you, is July 15th, 2026. Then the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Program officially opens August 3rd, 2026. So when it's around that period, they'll be sending you the link. Then August 21st, the application close, and by September to November, pre-screened applicants that are successful will now be invited to come to McGill University and apply, and then they will offer you a fee waiver, so you are not going to be paying any application fee, and then you will now apply. Then the remaining mid to February, you've been successful candidate and unsuccessful candidates will be notified, and by March they'll be making their selection of the scholarship recipients. So that's the timeline, and as I said, it's subject to change. So you can check the frequently asked questions and answers. Okay, no, this is the values of McGill scholarship. The values is inclusive excellence, ethical leadership, empowerment, community engagement, and sustainable impact. It's just important to read this because it's going to be helping you tailoring your essays, your motivational statement, and the rest, and make sure that these things are included here and you show that you are someone that brings this value. Do you understand? So this is other scholars. So this is the 2025 cohort of scholars that got for last year. So you can just read their profile. You can even reach out to some of them on LinkedIn if you want. You can reach out to some of them on LinkedIn if you want also. So let's go to the frequently asked question and answer. This is just the general questions about eligibility, application forms, and other information that I think you should make sure you read. Now let's go back to the first web page, and we're going to be looking at check if you meet the eligibility of one of these programs. Remember, you just need to check. You're not applying for McGill University now. You're just going to check to make sure that the course you are interested in, you meet the eligibility requirements. Then you just come back, register for your virtual session. Then once you register for it, when the scholarship links are open, they'll send it via your email, and then you can now apply for Mastercard first. Then if you are successful, you'll now be invited to apply for McGill University. So be using the public policy as an example. Master's public policy. So this is the Master of Public Policy, and we'll just be checking how to apply and the Masters of Public Policy in detail. So we'll just be clicking on this, and you can see everything about the course. It's an 11 months Masters of Public Policy program. This is the core policy of the courses, and let's say let's go to the admission guide. Now ignore the application deadline for this. We are working with the application deadline for the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship. So you check the admission requirement. They want any professional that is interested in developing expertise in the field of public policy, and they say for recent graduates with limited experience, more weight to be placed on your academic record. Then these are the required qualifications for this program. And now they said they want a bachelor's degree or equivalent as recognized by McGill University. So you will check to see the equivalent of your own grades. So this, you go to the education credentials and grade equivalency. Country, I'll be picking Nigeria. N is always far. Nigeria. So I pick Nigeria. So for a master's, the minimum admission is a 4 years bachelor or equivalent. So if you have a 4 years bachelor's degree, then your grade, you can use it to apply. Like a first class or a second class upper, then preferred qualification is at least 2 to 3 years of professional work experience and familiarity with quantitative method. Then the English language proficiency. Now we have to check the proof for English language proficiency to see if we meet it. For the English language requirement, you can show your proof of proficiency. That means you don't need to submit any test if you have obtained or you're about to obtain an undergraduate or graduate degree from a recognized institution in Canada or the US. If you have obtained or about to obtain an undergraduate or graduate degree from a recognized foreign institution where English is the language of instruction. So if you can show that your university English was the language of instruction, you don't need to submit any test. Then if you have lived or attended university or be employed for at least 4 consecutive years in a country where English is the acknowledged primary language. So for Nigeria, English is the official language. So but they said please note that you must send documentation proving you meet one of the conditions directly to your department, who will then waive the English proficiency requirement on your application. So you may need to get like maybe from your university, maybe like a statement stating that English was the primary language. Now if you do not meet this proficiency, then you need to do a TOEFL, IELTS, McGill certificate of proficiency. So once you have seen that and you see that you meet the requirements, you don't have to worry about the application process. You can read the supporting documents just so that you know that by the time they invite you to apply, maybe you have passed this pre-screening process for the Mastercard Foundation. If they invite you to apply, you have the requirements and you have all the supporting documents. So here you can see they want a transcript, personal statement of 1,000 page, your CV, 2 reference letter, TOEFL, and GRE score is not a requirement. So once you have done and you are sure that's what you want, you can check other program. If you want a thesis program, these are the only two that they are offering. So once you are ready and you have seen the program you're interested in, as I said, go to the information section. Now in the information section, if your own region the time has passed for it, just come and check all regions and apply and register as soon as possible. Don't wait, because if you wait, by the time you now want to register, the registration may have reached the maximum capacity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Bye guys.